In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a striped text effect in Gimp step by step, and I'll keep it simple, beginner-friendly, and easy to follow. This is a great effect if you want your text to stand out in thumbnails, posters, social media graphics, or any creative design project. We're going to start with plain text, then use Gimp's Newsprint filter to turn that text into a clean, striped look. If this tutorial helps you out, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more Gimp tutorials, and let's jump right into it. First, open Gimp and create a new project or open the design you want to work on. Once your canvas is ready, select the Text tool from the toolbox. You can also press T on your keyboard to activate it quickly. After that, click anywhere on the canvas and type your text. For the best striped effect, choose a thick, bold font like Impact or Arial Black. The reason we want a bold font is because the stripes will show much more clearly on thick lettering than on thin text. Now let's set the text color. Before or after typing, make sure the text is filled with a medium gray color like #808080. This is important because the newsprint filter works based on tonal values, and a mid-gray shade gives you a balanced result when the stripes are generated. If the text is too light or too dark, the effect may not look as clean, so medium gray is the safest choice for a strong striped design. Once your text is typed and colored correctly, it's time to apply the striped effect. Go up to the top menu bar, click Filters, then go to Distorts and choose Newsprint. This will open the Newsprint Properties window, where all the magic happens. You'll see several options here, and we're only going to focus on the settings that matter most for this effect. First, look for the Color Model setting. Change it to black on white if you want dark stripes on a light background, or white on black if you want the reverse look. The option you choose depends on the style you want for your final design. After that, find the pattern setting and change it from the default dots to lines. This is the key step that turns the effect into stripes instead of circles. Next, adjust the period slider. This controls the thickness and spacing of the stripes. A smaller period usually creates tighter, more frequent lines, while a larger period creates wider, more spaced out stripes. Take a moment to move the slider and watch the live preview so you can find the look that fits your design best. If you want the stripes to feel bold and graphic, go for thicker lines. If you want something more subtle, use thinner, more closely spaced stripes. After that, adjust the angle slider. This changes the direction of the stripes. For example, if you want diagonal stripes, set the angle around 45 degrees. If you prefer vertical or horizontal stripes, you can rotate it until the lines sit the way you want. This is one of the best parts of the effect because it lets you customize the text style and make it more dynamic. As you make these changes, keep an eye on the preview window. Gimp will show you the effect in real time, so you can fine-tune the stripes before applying them. When you're happy with the result, click OK to confirm the filter. And just like that, your plain text is now transformed into a stylish striped text effect. If you want to take it a step further, you can place the striped text on a colored background, add shadows, or combine it with other Gimp effects for a more polished final design. This kind of text styling works really well in modern graphics, attention-grabbing thumbnails, and bold title cards. The great thing is that once you learn the basic process, you can reuse it again and again for different projects. So to quickly recap, you selected the Text tool, used a bold font, set the text to medium gray, opened Filters, went to Distorts, chose Newsprint, changed the pattern to lines, adjusted the color model, period, and angle, and then applied the effect. That's the full workflow for creating a striped text effect in Gimp. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to give it a like, subscribe for more easy Gimp tips and design tutorials, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.